There comes a moment in every chosen life when God closes every single door. Not some doors, not most doors, every door. The job you wanted gone. The relationship you prayed for ended. The opportunity you fasted over vanished, and you stand there in a hallway that feels like a tomb, staring at walls where doors used to be whispering the question every believer has asked in the dark. God, did you forget me? Hear me clearly today. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of the greatest move of God you will ever experience. When God closes every door, He is not locking you out. He is locking the enemy out. What feels like the cruelest silence is actually the kindest protection you will ever know. Your closed doors are not dead ends. They are guarded gates. Closed doors are divine protection. From what you cannot see, you only saw the opportunity. God saw the outcome. You saw the temporary benefit. God saw the long-term damage. Every door you wanted that didn't open wasn't for you. Not because you weren't worthy, but because God saw something ahead, something you could not see. And He said, no, not this one. My child deserves better. The Quran tells us, but perhaps you hate a thing, and it is good for you. And perhaps you love a thing, and it is bad for you. And Allah knows while you know not. Sometimes the greatest blessings are the doors God never let you walk through. Protection isn't always obvious. Sometimes it feels like disappointment, sometimes it feels like silence. But behind that silence, God is shouting, I'm protecting you. That job you didn't get, that person who walked away, that opportunity that fell through. Years from now, you'll thank Him for closing that door. We all settle sometimes. We settle for people who don't value us. We settle for jobs that drain us. We settle for dreams smaller than the ones God wrote for us. And the truth is, some of the doors God closes are the doors we would have stayed trapped behind. You were comfortable. You didn't want to move, but God loves you too much to let you settle. So He closes the door, not to hurt you, but to force you into the future you were born for. God will disturb your comfort to protect your calling. Allah promises, for indeed with hardship will be ease. Every closed door is followed by an opening that's greater than what you lost. Closed doors force you into places where your faith becomes active, your gifts become visible, and your purpose becomes undeniable. What you see as rejection, God sees as redirection towards something you couldn't even imagine. When everything is going right, when doors are opening left and right, we often forget to listen. But when the doors close, when the silence becomes loud, that's when we finally slow down enough to hear God clearly. Closed doors create clarity. They strip away distractions. They silence the noise around you long enough to hear the whisper of God within you. Some of you are in a season where God shut every door because He wants you to hear Him, not them. Not the world, not the pressure, just Him. When every door closes, you discover the one who walks through walls. God will allow every phone to go silent, every plan to fall apart, every helper to disappear, so that the only direction you can look is up. Your closed doors are removing every false security you've been leaning on, so that you finally learn to lean on the God who cannot fail. Closed doors. Test your trust and build unshakable faith. Closed doors often feel personal. You start wondering, am I doing something wrong? Is God ignoring me? But listen carefully. Closed doors are part of spiritual training. God is not testing your strength. He is testing your surrender. Can you trust Him when you don't understand Him? Can you hold on to Him when nothing else is holding on to you? Right now your eyes see closed doors, but your spirit is about to see open heavens. Allah assures us, Allah does not burden a soul beyond that it can bear. Your closed doors are exactly what you need to develop the faith required for your next level. Every believer has a season where God closes every door just to see if your faith is in the door or in Him. The same God who closed the door on Noah's Ark opened the windows of heaven. Your trust is being tested because your next season requires greater faith than your last one. Not everyone who started with you can finish with you. When doors close, counterfeit connections collapse. People who are seasonal reveal themselves, and yes, it hurts. Tears will fall, but God is not breaking your heart. He's breaking your chains. He is separating the genuine from the counterfeit. When God closes a door, it stays closed to protect what He's building in you. Every closed door is mercy in motion, making room for the people and the purpose that will run with you, not restrain you. Closed doors are where God rewrites your story for greater glory. You thought the story was about that job, that person, that dream. But God closed every door to show you the story has always been about him. In the book of Acts, Paul and Silas tried to go to Asia. Door closed. They tried Bithynia. Door closed. Every rejection redirected them to Macedonia, and Europe was changed forever. A closed door in one direction became an open continent in another. Your closed doors are divine detours to greater destinations. What you lost was never the plot. It was just a chapter. God is now editing out so the real story can begin. Closed doors hurt, but they are holy. You don't see it yet. That's why it's called faith. But while you've been crying in the hallway, God has been preparing a room. While you've been knocking on wood, he's been aligning kingdoms. The door God is preparing for you will open in a way that only God can get the credit for it. You won't have to force it. You won't have to beg for it. When it's God's door, it fits. When it's God's door, it flows. When it's God's door, it brings peace, not confusion. Your hallway is not a graveyard. It is a delivery room. And the promise that is about to be born will make every closed door worth it. Your closed doors are leading you to your open heaven. Child of God, if you are in a season where every door feels closed, lift your head. This is not how your story ends. This is how legends are made. This is how breakthroughs are birthed. You are not stuck. You are stored up. You are not forgotten. You are being formed. You are not losing. You are being launched. Every closed door is proof that God is still in control. The relationship you want, you're not ready for it yet. The success you prayed for, it would crush you right now. And God in his love says, I will not open this door until it blesses you, not breaks you. When God opens the right door, it will make sense why every other door remained closed. So what do you do when God closes every door? You stay still, you stay faithful, you stay focused, and you let God do what only he can do. Because when God closes every door, he is about to open a door that changes everything. A door that answers your prayers. A door that heals what you lost. A door that reveals why you had to wait. So if all your doors are closed, don't panic. Lift your head, take a breath. God is not finished. You are being positioned for something greater than what you asked for. When God closes every door, he is getting ready to open the right one. Every closed door is leading you to your open heaven. The God who shut the door is the same God who parts red seas, who rolls away stones, who turns graves into gardens. Your hallway is almost over. Your open door is closer than you think. Keep praising in the hallway. Keep believing when you cannot see. God is not finished. He's just getting started. God bless you powerfully.